Notice of this meeting has been provided by a notice sent to the Star Ledger, the local source, and posted in the main lobby of the municipal building and on the township website. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence for servicemen here and abroad. Thank you. Roll call.
Mayor Du Bois.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Capadese is on his way. Committeeman Huber.
Yes.
Committeeman Kaiser.
Present.
Committeeman Weber.
Here.
Okay, proclamations and announcements. We did not have a million proclamations this week, so I hope you're all relieved. Got that out of our system last meeting. Twice a week, garbage collection is ongoing until August 30th, Monday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Friday. Recycling remains the same on Wednesdays. We have our townwide garage sale coming up this weekend, June 15th and June 16th, and bulk pickup is next week, June 19th and 20th. You can still register online for the garage sale. Electronic recycling continues to be held the first Saturday of every month at the pool. DPW has also added the third Sunday of every month. Hours for both days are 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. The township was an award recipient for Plant a Seed, Union County Means Green, granted by the Union County Board of Chosen Freeholders in the amount of $1,500 for the Springfield Community Garden. And also, I just wanted to mention that there are 225th anniversaries coming up, June 22nd and 23rd, and online you'll see a list of all the activities. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. Come on out and have some fun with the family and learn a little bit about your township's history.
Mayor, can
Yes.
I say something?
Absolutely.
On the first Saturday, it was the first Saturday of the month, and third Sunday, they were also collecting grass at the pool. I didn't
That's
know
right.
this, and
Yeah.
I talked to Robbie, because I got a lot of people calling me. So people can drop off the grass those days too.
Correct. Thank you for reminding everyone of
Forgot
that.
about it.
We will take public comment on agenda items only. Seeing as there is none, we will move on to reports. Finance.
I would like to make a motion to accept the total amount of payroll and vouchers for the period from May 29th, 2019 to June 11th, 2019 in the amount of $908,000, $917.50.
I'll second.
Committeeman Kaiser.
Yes.
Mayor Du Bois.
Yes.
Committeeman Huber.
Yes.
Committeeman Weber.
Yes.
Okay, we have minutes and reports. I'll read it. Can I?
Yeah.
Okay. I make a motion to adopt the regular and executive meeting minutes of April 9th, 2019, and regular and executive meeting minutes of April 24th, 2019, and the special meeting minutes of May 7th, 2019, as emailed.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sorry. We want to move this to the end, correct?
Right.
Okay, so we're going to skip the first, second reading, and we're going to move down to resolutions. I guess we will adopt these resolutions by consent. If there's anything that you want pulled, just shout it out, please. Resolution 2019-188. Resolution 2019-189.
Pull.
Ooh,
Whoa,
I didn't think you'd take me seriously.
I was trying to sleep over here.
No, we got to buy some time here. We're going to pull some of these.
Resolution 2019-190.
Pull, actually.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Resolution 2019-191. Resolution 2019-192. Resolution 2019-193. Resolution 2019-194.
Pull.
Resolution 2019-195.
Pull.
Resolution 2019, can I borrow your pen? 196. Thank you.
We'll pull it too.
Hold on one second. 196. Resolution 2019-197. Resolution 2019-198. Resolution 2019-199. Resolution 2019-200. Resolution 2019-201. Resolution 2019, oh, that's it, 201. Okay?
All right, so let's make a motion to adopt resolutions, ready? 2019-188, 2019-189. Skip.
I think he pulled one.
We pulled 189
Hold N190.
and 190.
All right, 2019-191, 2019-192, 2019-193, 2019-197, 2019-198, 2019-199, 2019-200, 2019-201.
Can I just, can we pull 200? I just want an explanation.
Sure.
200?
I'm sure I got one, but
None is our DOT
Okay.
grant we're applying for.
I'll second the motion.
Okay. Committeeman Weber,
Yes.
Committeeman Huber.
Yes.
Committeeman Kaiser,
Yes.
Mayor Dubois.
Yes.
Okay, Resolution 2019-189. This resolution promotes Adam Para and Joseph Loria to the rank of second-class patrol officers.
Ready? You pulled it. I didn't pull that.
Mr. Kaiser.
Not that we want to talk, but I'll just shout out the police today who did an excellent job. My packet was attempted to be delivered a couple of times this weekend. Unfortunately, no one was home. Today, upon delivery, no one answered the door for a third time, but they saw that my mother's car was home and the back door was wide open. So not only did one police officer, but 3 police officers came barging in what was thought to be maybe an accident occurred. So thanks to the police for their outstanding effort, although it probably gave my mother a heart attack while I was just waiting for my packet. But thanks to the police.
Excellent.
I will say Officer Para had a great time, I think. 2 weeks ago, my daughter's Daisy Troop came to earn their Respect Authority badge, and the questions and statements made by these young ladies who are 6 and 7 years old to Officer Para were, I think, statements and questions he will remember for his entire life. And I think he knows far more about their mommies and daddies than he ever thought he would know. So he was fantastic, and it was a fun day.
Okay, can I have a motion?
Motion to accept 2000.
189.
188 or 89?
189. And a second?
Second.
Okay. Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Mayor Dubois?
Yes.
Committeeman Kaiser?
Yes.
Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Okay. Resolution 2019-190. This resolution calls upon the legislature to sponsor legislation and/or commence the process for a constitutional amendment that would increase the deduction to senior citizens and veterans to $1,000 per year and increasing the minimum income requirement to $20,000.
I pulled this because I saw last week a number of municipalities over the last few weeks have passed similar resolutions calling upon our state legislature to enact this proposal. I think it's a modest proposal, but might make the difference in the lives of seniors who are living paycheck to paycheck and veterans. So I think it's important. I would ask our legislators in District 21 to sign on and help move this proposal forward as our state legislature over the next few weeks deliberates the budget, and I think this is a common sense solution. So that's why I asked that this resolution be put on the agenda tonight.
Thank you for that.
And may I have a second?
Resolution, okay.
Oh, I didn't make a motion. I was waiting for any other
sorry.
discussion. So I will make a motion to accept Resolution 2019-190 as read by Madam Clerk.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
All right,
Aye.
Okay.
there we go. 194?
Okay. Resolution 2019-194. This resolution authorizes the acceptance of grant money for 2019 Clean Communities Grant.
I pulled this just to, as we are buying some time here, but I think it's also a notable program that I think our town works tirelessly throughout the year. Our environmental commission, you know, holds a number of events throughout the year to keep our to clean up our parks and our waterways. I think this money is important. It will come, I believe, from the county to help us get this done. So I don't know if anyone else has any other things to mention on this.
In regards to just our, I just lost my train of thought. I had a resident who is a college freshman reach out to me today with some ideas for an interesting event she would like to help organize in town, and I think the Environmental Commission would be able to definitely help, and I was going to forward it to you, Committeeman Kaiser, actually. I just received it this morning, but it sounded like an interesting idea to do, to get people, to encourage people to do things like recycling and some other ideas that will help beautify and just be more environmentally friendly here in Springfield. So I think
No,
something we can do.
I appreciate that, and I look forward to the email. I'll certainly take that back to the Environmental Commission, and maybe we can all work on this together to, you know,
Definitely.
do something better.
And it's always good when young people in the township reach out and want to
For
do
sure,
things for the
they are
communities.
our future.
All right.
So I will make a motion to accept Resolution 2019-194 as read by Madam Clerk.
Yes, second.
Okay. Committeeman Kaiser?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Mayor Dubois?
Yep.
Okay, Resolution 2019-195. This resolution authorizes the acceptance of grant money for Municipal Court Alcohol Education, Rehabilitation, and Enforcement Fund.
I pulled this, I think it's important to make sure that our public is aware that alcohol affects a number of us. Addiction affects, you know, I'm sure everyone knows somebody that's affected by addiction. This money will, you know, help our municipal court, and I'm sure our police, you know, better not only enforce and be able to hold, you know, maybe stops throughout the year, but also educate our young people on the effects of alcohol. Money like this really helps our town do all the other programs that we see held across the state, and it's important. I don't know if Committeeman Weber seems to want to say anything.
Oh, I agree. I'm addicted to race car parts. I don't make enough money for them all.
Okay, can I have a motion?
Motion?
I'll make a motion to accept 2019-195 as read by Madam Clerk.
I'll second.
Okay.
2019-195.
Committeeman Kaiser?
Yes.
Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Mayor Dubois?
Yes.
Okay, Resolution 2019-196. This resolution authorizes the acceptance of grant money for 2019 Plant to Seed Union County Means Green Grant.
Once again, just pulling this. This is
To be annoying.
be annoying. We're trying to burn some time here.
Don't kill all.
Go for it, bro.
But just to make sure that, you know, planting trees are important. A few weeks ago, we celebrated Arbor Day in this town, one of the oldest
What's it?
holidays in our country, but probably one of the only holidays that looks to the future. When we plant a tree, you know, it's not for right then, it's not for in the past, but it's to look forward. The tree's going to take years and years to grow, and it's going to outlive a lot of people who are planting it. So this trees, you know, help our environment, you know, take in the carbon dioxide. So it's important that we continue to be able to plant and beautify our community.
Stretching out.
It's right
Yes.
by-
I mean, I planted the ones over in Mizell, was it this year or last?
Last year?
Was it last? I don't know what it was. And they're all over it, it's all over there. There was a committee that did it. And it was nice. I mean, I didn't know I didn't realize what they did. But, it's there.
Yeah.
The more trees we plant, the more his car can drive and my car can drive.
It just canceled out.
Exactly.
Is that how it works?
That's it.
So easy.
The more I can
Understood.
race, the more he can race.
That's all
So
that matters.
on that message, I would like to make a motion to accept Resolution 2019-196, and I think I took us in within 10 minutes of Chris Capity's getting here, so I did my part.
I
second
second.
it.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Committeeman Kaiser?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Mayor Dubois?
Yes. Can I do the discussion and action items
We're
before?
gonna- we
That's
have
200.
one-
Do we have to go back?
have
I just want to know about,
Oh.
2019-200.
Oh, I apologize.
Okay,
That's
this
right.
resolution approves medical insurance coverage to Joseph Popolo on his October 18, 28 retirement date in accordance with the firefighters' agreement.
Or, I know he went out on disability, right?
is
Yes.
he-
He retired on disability, permanent disability. He was granted by Division of Pensions permanent disability. And this resolution just simply confirms it. Also, in accordance to the FMBA agreement, he's entitled for his spouse and his children also covered. The children are covered up to a certain age, though.
like 20-something years old.
26 years old, right?
And she's entitled to, God forbid something should happen to him, and so if she's married again, stop.
If she marries again, correct.
Or if he marries again, it stops also.
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
So I want to make sure. No, we used to have a big thing
Yep,
years
I know, we had a
ago.
huge problem with that, but
Interesting.
All right.
Okay, can I have a motion?
I will, this is mine. I'll make a motion to accept Resolution 2019-200 as read by Madam Clerk.
I'll second 2019-200.
Committeeman Kaiser?
Yes.
Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Mayor Dubois?
Yes.
Okay. Now we have discussion.
Can I do discussion and action item? Okay, I wasn't sure if we could.
No,
or so
we
we-
could.
All right, we would like to approve the request from Congregation Israel to waive permit fee for fence in the amount of $35.
I'll make a motion to adopt that request.
Second. But we do the inspection still, though, am I correct?
Yes,
Yes.
just
Okay.
waiving the permit
Just
fee.
waive
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Second.
Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Committeeman Kaiser?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Mayor Dubois?
Yes. All right, we would like to approve the request from Freeman Apartments to waive permit fee for emergency generator in the amount of $35.
Make a motion to approve that request also.
Second, but let's discuss it.
Yeah.
Why is it apartments? Why are we granting an apartment? Is it?
I'll answer that for you.
No, go ahead. I mean, I don't know. It's an apartment.
The Freeman Apartments, it's a 14-unit apartment complex with, I guess, disabled residents.
Okay.
And in an emergency, they don't have a generator. They have a second floor. The elevator doesn't work.
Okay.
It presents a number of problems for the township to handle their residents in an event of an emergency, trying to transport them to a shelter, get them off the second floor with the fire department. So after the last major power outage, we met with them, and they've been very proactive. They're going to put a generator in. Our plan is to be able to have them shelter in place so we don't have to relocate them in an emergency.
Okay.
And the generator is part of that process.
Okay, I just
Thank
want to
you.
make sure.
Just a question. Where is it located? I don't-
41 Hillside Avenue, right before Barnes & Noble.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
And
right, I know.
interestingly enough, and I didn't know this until a week or two ago, the township owns the land, and they lease them
Yeah.
the building. Go figure.
Very interesting.
I didn't know, I didn't realize that was it. Yes, no
Used to
problem.
be a community garden there. Years
Make a
ago.
motion to approve that request.
I'll second.
Okay, Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Committeeman Huber?
Yes.
Committeeman Kaiser?
Of course, yes.
Mayor Dubois?
Yes, we have no unfinished business. Oh, I'm bringing it up now?
Yeah, we have an issue with one of the residents about a busing situation. What do you want to do with that?
Nothing.
Yeah, they don't have any sidewalks. They're within 2 miles. The BOE is pushing it off, saying it's not their problem.
What do you
There's
mean?
gotta be a solution to it.
Well, what do you mean, no sidewalks? I don't understand what you mean. Really?
It comes off, what is it, Summit Avenue?
I believe that's Summit Avenue. So,
Comes
so
off the apartments over there. There's no sidewalk coming
Yeah.
down.
Or some departments, right?
Some
So
departments.
the chief is, they've looked at it over the last 2 years, and they've deemed that it's unsafe for kids to walk.
Okay.
We've had a request for something to be done, whether it's sidewalk or whether it's supply busing.
Well, why not, it's busing for the kids going to school?
Yeah,
But they're under 2 miles.
What,
right, just barely under.
so, the Board of Education has been granted?
So from our understanding, I think the Board of Education refused to grant it because it's outside that 2 miles. I think my suggestion, and from my discussions with Committeeman Weber and some limited conversations with John Bisicola, I think my suggestion was that we put it at least in record or writing from us. So if we can pass a resolution urging the Board of Education, due to our police chief saying that it's an unsafe walkable zone and the cost of to the town by putting in sidewalks and keeping a yearly crossing guard, if we can at least put our will in writing and send it to the Board of Education, urging them to provide busing for the next school year, would be my
I
request.
mean, this is something that's got to be sooner than later. I mean, because September comes quick and, you know.
John, can you meet with them and the police chief about it?
Yeah.
I mean, first I heard of it, I'm
We
sorry.
did meet with the school.
And you did? And they said they still turned you down?
They said that if they make, what they say, if they make the rule for one, they got to make it for all.
They were concerned about that.
Well, I
Okay.
think that. I
Wait,
think it's
we have
fair.
we have a jitney that runs in the morning. Starts at 6 o'clock in the morning. If he makes 1 or 2 stops up at Summit, are we insured for the kids? I don't know.
Probably
you know?
not. I don't
Do we
know.
have
He
seatbelts?
makes runs, though. I
He
mean, there are a
makes runs
number
from
of
Summit, but he
cars.
isn't, is he that busy down in the
Yes, I believe he is.
But I don't think that's our responsibility. I mean, there's a complex that's rather far, I think, from the school, in a rather unsafe area to walk. I'll be honest, back in my old cross-country days, I ran up there, and let me tell you, there was quite a few times where I was scared as a high schooler running up a hill. So I can't imagine, second graders trying
these are
to
little
navigate
things,
that.
I agree with you.
And I think that I think I would try to urge the BOE to provide busing there. And if they turned us down by meeting, well, sometimes it's harder to turn us down in writing. So that's why I would like to.
You know what you do?
Former
And TAP is here, so TAP can put it right there in this thing, saying that we are all in agreement.
Yeah.
And we'd like to, the Board of Education should
Yeah.
supply some kind of transportation for the kids that are from Summit. So, all right, to put it in writing, I'll sign it, we'll all sign it, I guess.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Thank
all I
you, Chris.
wanted to bring up on that was, something's got to be done sooner
Yes.
than later.
Yeah, it's definitely a safety issue.
It's got to be fixed by September.
Yes, you're right. Correspondence?
Correspondence, just the Westfield Land Use Ordinances 2135, 2136, in regards to historic landmarks. We will now take public comment on any governmental issues. Come on now.
Uh-oh.
For once, I think we want
We'll
public
give
comment.
you 7 minutes today.
Oh, give him 2 minutes. Give him 2 minutes.
You guys gotta leave, Tom.
Make sure you speak into the mic so the
we
viewing
know
audience
you
at
are.
home hears you.
Oh, you can't, oh, I'm sorry.
There you go.
21 Walnut Court, Springfield.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
don't know if all you people went over to see the mess that's on Walnut Court.
No.
Does anybody know where it is? Do you-
Yes.
I knew.
Okay, I believe it.
I drove over there the other
There's
day.
no signs there, no parking. Domino's continuously parks there. And everybody that's picking up a pizza parks there.
Where are they parking exactly?
Right on Walnut Court.
Yeah,
Big
really?
gigantic
Just
fence.
blocking the street.
Block it, yes.
Blocking the road. I continuously call the police, but by the
Huh.
time the police get there,
Yeah, they're gone.
people are gone.
Because I drove by the other day, I didn't see it, but I only went over to look and I didn't stay.
But
Yep.
on the street, he has a gigantic fence. The fence blocks the dead end sign, okay? So
Didn't we talk about
everybody
moving
comes
it?
down the street. I don't know where they think they're going.
No, there's nowhere to go. I drove down the other day, there's nowhere to go.
And they continuously come down, they come in my driveway, knock my parapet wall down, so I put some columns and stuff there, and when they do, he'll be calling the tow truck, because I don't care, whatever.
Yeah.
And I asked Sam, and he said I can do it. It's terrible, it's just terrible. And then also, John, you're in on this, the rooming house at 15, believe, it's not a rooming house, it's not proven or anything like that, 15 Walnut Court. First house in.
Yeah.
Nothing but bums, trouble, marijuana, you name it. And I went to the police, I just went to the police today. People are pulling up, jump out of the car, go in the house, and they come out and drive away. So they're not saying, hello, how are you, let's have supper. And it's going on. Now, I was told that somebody's watching them. I mean, I could watch them. Give me I could do it. I live right next door. They're bums. They're trash. I don't know how many people are living there. Mr. Monaco, which owns the big building on Morris Avenue, they park in his parking lot. No, that's not right. They don't live there. So he had an argument with one of the potheads, or whatever you want to call them. And there's a gate, and John closed the gate and put boards across it. Well, the guy had big conniption about it, ripped the boards off, went after John. No battle or anything. But then he also went after print media, big guy. I wouldn't go after him, but they almost had a tussle. So John knows way more than I know what's going on, but I just want you people to be informed. I don't know if you do know. So it's not good. It's not good, and it continues. It's just continues. I know it hasn't been long, but it's trash.
Can we have the
If I may,
DPW order signs?
And before we do that, we need to discuss this privately first.
Okay.
Okay.
But there's no parking signs.
Not just that.
All right, yeah, but no everything else, yeah.
Situation, yes.
We
But
will,
there's
thank
no
you for
parking.
bringing it to our attention.
All right.
I know it's a small space.
Just wanted to bring that up to you.
Thank you.
I'm not happy with it. I'm not moving. I'm there 38 years. Them bums go before I...
We don't want you to go anywhere.
No, they're bums.
We'll discuss it, we appreciate it.
True trash, all right? I know, I see them. Anybody that has his girlfriend out in the backyard and he urinates with her, there's something wrong there, yeah. And you know, sorry, folks on the television. But that's what we have there, so.
We
it's
will
the
discuss.
truth. I'm not lying about anything. My wife is terrified.
You shouldn't be terrified in your own house.
Let me say this to you, we all know that whole, there's multiple things that have to be addressed there. We're aware of it. I can guarantee
Oh, okay.
you.
All right.
No, I can guarantee you that in just the whole scope of everything, whether from driving down there to, we know you got issues. I can tell you this, we're not gonna forget about you, I promise you.
Okay.
Scott and I were over there the other day, just looking at things. Things will be happening for you, I promise you. All right, we're gonna figure out something. We're not gonna leave you just out there to just be.
It's feasible to figure something out. I mean, figure stuff.
Something's gonna be done.
Dead end down the street.
Something's gonna be done one way or
All
another.
day long, they come down, they look, okay, turn in this driveway. Ooh, not when I'm home, please, don't do it, because we're gonna have problems. But that's how I feel about it. I just want you guys to be
Okay.
aware of it. And, there's 3 other houses on the street. They're very nice people. This is not good. This is not good for them because the ladies down the end have children. So, I don't know.
Thank
I don't
you.
know what's gonna happen. All right?
Understood.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank you.
good evening. Any other public comment?
Oh, yeah. No?
Deputy Mayor Deputies arrived at 5:57.
Thank you.
I just want that noted.
Look at them legs.
Mike Bartosh, 77 Tudor Court.
That's a great shirt.
Just have one question in reference to 2019-190. I'm going to be sending a letter to our legislatures to include as far as veterans are concerned and or senior citizens, that people like myself that rent rent should be entitled to a reduction also.
Okay.
Certainly. That's well
I
within
mean,
your right.
indirectly, we are paying taxes.
Yes, you're right.
Yep.
So
I
think
agree
we
with
should
you.
be entitled to not only a person that owns a home, but also that people that rent.
Yes.
So I will be sending a letter to follow up on this. The only thing that I don't understand is, what is this increasing the minimum income requirements to $20,000 per year?
What is it right?
What is that?
I don't, what is it right now, do you know?
Michael might be able to answer that better.
Michael?
I don't think you get the refund unless
If you're,
unless
yeah.
you're making a certain amount. What is the current minimum income requirement? If they're increasing it to 20, where is it at now? Is it,
The state AG, I believe it is $20,000 right now.
because it says it increasing minimum income
20.
requirement to 20.
Right, no, for trust, you do not have to file a trust unless it's under, if it's less than 20,000. And I believe, I don't know offhand on the individual.
Okay. That's number one.
No, you said only one thing you're gonna talk about.
That was in reference to 219-190. Number two is the orange flags for the crossing.
They're on order.
They're on order. I heard they came in 2 weeks ago. That true?
Robbie didn't tell me that, but he did tell me that he had ordered them.
Okay.
I thought of you. I was in New Providence the other day, and I drove past Livingston Ave where they have those on the corner. And
I have
thought of you.
pictures if you want to see them all.
I saw them, but it made me think of you.
You think they're beneficial or not?
I'm not sure. I didn't see them in use, so I can't.
I just hope the
say-
kids don't ruin it.
Pardon
I
me?
hope the kids don't ruin it. You know, kids.
No, the kids don't run it.
Come on, you
I'll
set
leave
high
that up at
standard.
that
You
time.
got to set the bar high, and people will raise
Exactly.
your expectations.
Exactly.
That's what you got to do.
Exactly. Third is the resolution that you and I spoke about, and I sent you
Yes.
2 copies of the email that I sent to Sam Mardini.
Oh, yeah.
In reference
Yes.
to Hillside and South Springfield Avenues, that the town of Springfield had passed an ordinance, and they were going to share the expenses to do either a study or do new construction at Hillside and South Springfield Avenues.
Right.
Yes.
I think you have that?
Yes, I have it right here.
Okay.
Who did I send it to?
Seems to be that there's more accidents going on there.
I know, but I know they did it, this is before you guys, and Chief Cook's not here tonight, but I know they did a traffic study, so I don't know what we have within our power if they determine, in their opinion, that the way it's set up is the appropriate way, but we continuously have accidents at that corner. I don't know what's.
That's what I requested from
Yeah.
Sam. Who refused it? I mean,
County.
who? The
County.
county. Go with the county.
They said based on their
Because I'll go
traffic
after the
study.
county.
No, the county sent, whoever they sent out to do the traffic study, and did a traffic study, and they said it doesn't warrant it. I agree with you.
I think.
I will-
I think we're
I will-
confusing. I think we're confusing a traffic study that was done a couple of years ago
No, this was
compared
just-
to
No, it's done more
one
recent.
in November.
In November, there's a meeting you didn't come to, and that's when they read about it. The chief has it, I know, because, from last year.
Yes.
It was last year.
Yeah, it was November of last year.
But I mean, I agree with you. We're trying to get it from the chief, or you can call the chief and see if you can see the study. They'll show you the study.
Well, I don't want to see the study. I just want to see who knocked it down from the county.
You want to see what from the county?
Who rejected our Springfield's ordinance to share the expenses to do something with that corner.
I don't know. That I can.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay,
Okay, the cameras at the pool.
yeah.
Karen?
They're on order. We're waiting for them to come in. The wiring is done. They should be in shortly.
Okay.
Correct, Scott?
I think that's about it. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll go back to ordinance, the second reading.
Ordinance, this is the second reading for ordinance 2019-09, bond ordinance to authorize the making of various public improvements in, by, and for the township, to appropriate the sum of $1,500,000 to pay the costs thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds.
I would like to make a motion to accept ordinance 2019-09 as read by Madam Clerk and publicized in the local source on June 13th, 2019.
And I'll second as well, also for publication in the local source on June 13th, 2019.
Any public comment? Any discussion up here?
Nope.
Nope. No. Roll call.
Did you recognize in the minutes that he just got here?
Yep, she did.
Oh,
I did.
Yes.
Okay.
She's on it.
Yep. Committeeman Kaiser,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Capides.
Yes.
Committeeman Huber.
Yes.
Committeeman Weber.
Yes.
Mayor Dubois.
Yes. Okay, so now we're going to go,
Executive?
yep, to executive.
Well, before we do that, can I give you an update,
Yes.
if we have time?
What time do you have to go?
I want to, yeah, what time you
What
guys?
time do you have to leave?
What time do we have to be there?
6:30.
I'll just give you a quick update on the tentative roads that we're planning on doing and when. And these aren't carved in stone, but these are pretty solid. We had a meeting a couple of days ago between our DPW Director, Robbie, our engineer, Mike Disco, and myself. This is kind of what we've come up with, is that our roads program, with the bid is going to open for the following roads on June 26th, and then we're looking to award it right after. This is going to be for Colonial Terrace, full pave, curbing included, Archbridge Lane from Milltown to Craig Road, Riverside Drive, and Hobart Place. That should get paved sometime in the August timeframe. Our state DOT grant for Salter Street, the bid opens on the 25th of June, and that we're planning on paving again, awarding it, and paving it sometime in the August timeframe before school goes back. County matching grants, Evergreen is still in the design stage. We've got to get that from K&K, and once we do, we'll go out and get a bid, and we'll get that taken care of also. Laurel Drive section, the work performed by PSE&G, we got a tentative agreement. PSE&G will pave Redwood Road full, Laurel Drive full from Milltown to Hemlock. We're going to do that by the end of August. The township then is going to pick up Dogwood, Sycamore, Hemlock, and Cypress. We're going to do that also in August while we're out, including water ponding at the intersection of Laurel and Mizell. We've got an issue there. The Caldwell Street culvert, I don't know if anybody's looked at that, but it's over by the Ryder Building across the street. That is advertised for June 13th. Bids are due by July 10th. We will award it afterwards and start that work immediately on that. County paving project, South Springfield Avenue, the entire length will be paved. This will be done at night. They have not given us a timeline yet because they've got 23 miles of road they're paving throughout the county. We don't know yet where we fall. As soon as we get that, I will bring that out and let everybody know.
School will be open. They'll do it when school's over.
Yeah.
Did it last time.
Oh, exactly. Work performed by PSE&G. We swapped Woodside. That's going to be done August 1st. And Shadow Lawn, we're going to do by the end of August. So those two will get done. Paved Ruby, Merckx, Divin, and Stiles full. And like I said, we're going to do with our roadside assistants, the Woodside and Shadow Lawn. So that's where we are tentatively on our road projects right now. Should anything change, I will keep everybody informed. Before we start anything, we'll make sure it's posted, and everybody's notified. If anybody's got any questions, don't hesitate to call. We'll answer anything we can. Do we have time for any updates on our projects in town? Redevelopment?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So I think as everybody knows, Saks is got to go back before the planning board. We had a meeting with Milburn. We're moving along. I talked to Matt Jessup today. We're looking at probably another 2-3 weeks before the redevelopment agreement is finished and signed off. Moving down the street, if you look at Wawa property, that has been demolished. I was there today. The lot's being cleaned up. Again, that is scheduled for phase 1 will be done by September. They turn it over to the second company who will actually do the building. They will be done 6 months from then. So spring of next year, the light will be done, the building will be up, and they should be open. As we come further down, Garden Homes, which was the Ricca property, they were to demolish those 2 little houses, Church Mall, this week. They got their demo permit, so they should be done sometime this week. If we look at Charlie's property, SPD sale across the street on Mars, the building obviously, as you know, is gone. The tanks have been removed. I spoke to Charlie today. He's coming in to get his permits this week. He should be starting probably sometime by the end of the month. If we switch across the street to the Gomes property, all right, stop the chuckling. We had a meeting with everyone last week. Here's what's been agreed to by the developer. June 7th, the plumber submitted 2 additional permit applications for capping of, I don't know if it was the water or the sewer right now off the top of my head. We issued, June 12th, we issued the plumbing permits. The plumber is to complete the work between the 13th and the 16th. On the 17th, we're scheduled to go out and inspect that work. So that's where we are at the moment. On the 18th, revised site plans, including architecturals and engineering plans, are being submitted to the township for review. From there, we go to redevelopers, has to submit a completed application for long-term for the pilot program. Long-term tax exemption is on the 21st. I don't know how much further you want to go. We've got to...
Yeah, we gotta go to executive.
No, it's good. Can you send me a copy of that?
I will send all of you a copy of
Thank
this.
you.
Thank you. The only thing that, with the Gomes and people out there, we're worried about asbestos in the building. Those buildings are older than me. So we want to make sure all asbestos is gone before we can let them demo. And that's why the fence is up and nothing has been done.
Well, and when that report comes in, Committeeman Huber,
Yeah.
also, the state wants to see that to make sure that it
Yeah.
is done properly, we don't endanger anyone.
We don't,
So-
I don't want it in the air, we don't, especially with the school there, and
Exactly.
the house is right next door.
That is true.
All right? All
Thank
right.
you.
Are we-
Executive, yeah?
Executive?
Yeah, I don't know how.
Okay, okay, Resolution 61119, whereas Article 6 of the Open Public Meetings Act provides that a public body may hold a closed session, and whereas the Township Committee will during this meeting enter into discussion of the following matters: contract negotiations and attorney-client privilege, redevelopment agreements, labor contracts, labor council, whereas the matters to be discussed in closed session are to remain in the strictest of confidence by all Township Committee members in furtherance of their fiduciary duties. Now therefore be it resolved, matters discussed at this meeting will be released to the public when reasons for discussing and acting upon them in closed session no longer exists.
I make a motion to go into close.
Second?
Before you run,
No action will be.
No action
Taking
will be
action
taken.
when we come out.
2 cameras are up and running